Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing, starting off with some fairly comfortable temperatures and plenty of sun. Overall, should see a fairly seasonable day ahead. We will see the winds on the increase today out of the south, becoming quite breezy with a good chance of seeing a wind advisory today. And we'll see breezy conditions continue as we move through the weekend, with some even warmer temperatures moving in as we move through our weekend. And overall, things looking dry as we move through the weekend as well. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, high pressure and control over the region, starting to move a bit further eastward. And that's going to bring this area of a tighter pressure gradient into our region today and through the next couple of days. And that's going to bring those breezy conditions out of the south to more southwesterly tomorrow, as well as it's going to help bring in those milder temperatures as we move through the weekend. If we take a look at current conditions, a few clouds at 25,000 feet, winds out of the south at 9 knots, temperature 54 degrees, our relative humidity is at 74%. Take a look at the current visible satellite. We can see mainly clear over the area, just those few high clouds. Do have some additional high clouds off to the west, northwest. Do expect those to track into our region today, so mainly just high clouds moving through the area as we move through today. If we look at the European model here, take a look at the zoomed out picture of what we can expect as we move through the weekend. As mentioned, that area of high pressure recedes off to the southeast as that tighter pressure gradient builds in over the area, bringing those breezy conditions, particularly by the time we get into the afternoon today. And we'll see breezy conditions continue as we move through the evening as well as into the day on Saturday. But as you can see, no precipitation or lightning in the next 24 hours, and that continues as we move through the day on Saturday. More of a southwesterly component to the wind. Much warmer as we move through the day on Saturday, possibly hitting 80 degrees or exceeding 80 degrees as we move through across the area, across the local area on Saturday. We'll stay mild as we go into Saturday evening, and we'll start to see the breeze relax a bit as we move into the day on Sunday. We saw that boundary up to the north start sinking southward and drying out, and we do expect that boundary to sink into the area as we get mainly into the afternoon time frame on Sunday. So we'll start off with some mild conditions, and then we'll see those winds shifting onshore later in the day on Sunday, and that's going to cool things off. But as mentioned, overall looking dry as we move through our weekend forecast. So taking a look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, starting off with yellow for our elevated winds, increasing to an orange risk over the next 24 hours. So do expect those southerly winds to start picking up as we get into the late morning, peaking with gusts up to 23 knots. And then as we get into the afternoon, we'll see sustained winds 10 to 15 knots, gusting up to 25 knots. So becoming quite breezy. Good chance we'll see a wind advisory today. High temperature will max out around 66 degrees, which is seasonable for this time of year. And again, just a broken deck of high clouds mainly around the area. Could see a few clouds around 5 and 12,000 feet briefly later this afternoon, but overall should be plenty of sun or some filtered sun as we move through the day today. Going into the evening, we'll continue to see breezy conditions and see those winds shifting more southwesterly into the early morning hours of Saturday. That's going to keep temperatures from cooling off too much, so just seeing a low of 59 degrees, so well above average for this time of year. So breezy and mild through the early morning hours of Saturday, and just keeping those high clouds around the area. Tides are running normal, and Saturday we'll see partly to mostly cloudy conditions at times, and breezy conditions continuing, keeping that orange risk for winds that are above 25 knots. And a mild day, high of 79 degrees, but as mentioned, I can't rule out possibly exceeding 80 for Saturday, but staying mild as we go into Saturday evening with the clouds staying around and a slight breeze mainly early on. Low temperature just around 61 degrees. Back to green conditions for our weather risk. That holds as we go into Sunday, and where we'll see partly to mostly cloudy conditions. Again, as mentioned, mild early on with a high of 72, and then as that boundary sinks through the area, we'll see those winds shifting onshore, becoming slightly breezy, and we'll see cooler temperatures moving in with that later in the day as well. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.